I was actually desiring to have a boyfriend, to have someone that would just value me, someone that would say, I love you, blessing, you look good, you this, you that. Hi there, welcome to my YouTube channel, Relationship and Health Matters with Dudu Showa. I am Blessing Ekundayo. If you're new to this channel, thank you for joining. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, because on this channel I share a lot about relationship, marriage, mental health, because I'm a mental health practitioner. So lots of things to look forward to. Anyways, today I've got something interesting for you, and today's title is my first vow. Yes, I'm going to be gisting today about my first vow. Yes, so hot gist, but I'm hoping that you'll be able to learn one or two things from this story. All right, so you know how as single lady, young lady, you always, everyone desires love. In fact, everyone has this feeling of wanting to be loved. Every human, that is one of the major needs of every human. Okay, the desire or the need to be loved. And so as a young single lady at the time, I think I was in my very late teens, or early 20s, very late teens. I was actually desiring to have a boyfriend, to have someone that would just value me, someone that would say, I love you, blessing, you look good, you this, you that. I'll make me feel mushy mushy. But I had no one to call my own, at the time. And Valentine is coming, or Valentine is around the corner, like you all know. And if you're single, you'll be able to feel me. You're single without anybody to call your own. You'll feel how I used to feel at the time, because I just had that sort of vacuum then. I mean, I didn't know better. I was very, very immature at the time. If I knew what I knew now at that time, my self-esteem would have been way up. But thank God for the experience. Anyways, so at the time I was looking forward to someone who would actually give me Valentine gift, like how almost all my friends who have Valentine, and year after year, no show. Like, blessing, are you not beautiful enough? Are you not attractive enough, or is something wrong with you? But anyways, so there was this time I'd finished high school, what we call secondary school, then back home at that time, and I met this guy online. Let me just call him, what should we call him? Let's call him Mr. A. Let's call him Mr. A. So I met Mr. A online, and we got talking. I was really naive, like I said. I didn't really ask so many questions, but I think one thing that was important to me at the time was that he was a Christian. Well, he said he was a Christian, and so he will call me often, and then he'll text, and he'll send all the sort of romantic messages in the morning, and I'll smile. I'm like, yeah. We were not a boyfriend girlfriend, to be clear, but it was just that person that was in my life that was showing attention and affection. Okay, we had not defined the relationship or the friendship at the time. Right, so he kept in touch while I was already at the time I was doing my A-levels, and he had been wanting to see me. I was not keen to see him because I just felt like, even though he liked me, I didn't feel the vibe, I wasn't feeling the love or the attraction. Or I had not seen him anyway, but I just wasn't feeling the vibe, but I was just enjoying that attention that I was getting then, right? So, and then while he was still, trying to make plans to see me, eventually I was posting him, but eventually we decided that we're gonna meet one day, and that day was, I think it was a couple of days just before the Valentine of that particular year. And the way I did it was such that my younger brother then was having his prize giving day at school, so my parents were going to be there, and I decided that I would meet him at that location. I wanted to meet him in a public place. I didn't want him to know my address or anything. I mean, why would I give a complete stranger who I not met before, who I didn't really know him, like know him, because I wasn't really asking questions then. Yeah, so I was very, very careful. I just had this restriction within me that I shouldn't be so open to him. I don't know what it was, but I was just not very comfortable about having any sort of relationship, so to speak. I didn't really want him to know me up until like my address or anything. So I chose like an open environment, which I thought was a good idea at the time. And so when he arrived, he texted me, "Oh, I'm here," and everything. I left the hall, the prize giving ceremony hall, and I stepped out to go and see him. And I saw him. He came with his friend in a really nice ride, and he came bearing gifts. Remember I told you it was a couple of days before Valentine's Day, and he came bearing gifts. He brought this really nice bag, gift bag, where there were lots of goodies. And when he handed it over to me, I was like, oh my goodness, that's the first time I would ever receive Valentine's gifts from anyone at all. And so that meant a lot to me at the time, but I didn't allow him to see the surprise or the the emotion of excitement within me. But I was really, really happy, and I was extremely grateful to him. And then he was like, we should go out and just sort of spend some time together. And the moment I heard that, like, I'm not going out to do it with you, a complete stranger. He was with his friend. What if they just carry me to somewhere I don't know? God forbid. That's how some people get raped. I'm like, so I had to immediately on that spot think of a very good excuse not to go out with him or his friend, because I didn't really know this guy so much. So why would I, endanger myself? I was like, no. So I gave me a good reason that I was, with my parents. My parents did not know I was going to be going out. I wouldn't want to worry them or anything. We could arrange another outing another time, but not today. And I I apologized very profusely, very respectfully, and just chatted a bit very briefly with him, and I said goodbye to him and his friend, right? And I came back with my gifts. And opening the gifts, when I got home, I was amazed. I was dazed. The gift from Mr. A. The gifts were beautiful. It contained lots of things, chocolates, a textbook. At the time I was planning to get into 200 level after my A-levels of medical school. So we had spoken about me wanting to study medicine. So he had gotten me a medical textbook, actually pharmacology textbook, which I really, really appreciated. So I felt like, it means that, he believes in my dream and things like that. I'm like, that's very, very thoughtful of him to actually buy me a textbook. So he got that. He got me chocolates. He got me some other things, and then got me something that I would never forget also. He got me a very expensive bottle of wine, alcoholic wine, and that was like for me a red flag. I don't do alcohol of any shade or color. I was like, okay, this our Christianity is different. Okay, even though he attends a very, very spiritual church back home, then I was like, I don't believe in alcohol. I would not want to be in a relationship or get married to someone who drinks alcohol. And so that for me was a big, big red flag. I was like, okay, no, there's no way I'm going to be able to get into a relationship with this guy. And that was the vibe I was getting all along, as in the restriction, the uncomfortability, if there's a word like that I was feeling at the time. The fact that everything just appeared sort of weird to me. It made sense after why I was not feeling this guy, and I just told myself, okay, it's not going to be this guy. We can maybe be friends, keep in touch, but there's no way I'm gonna be in a relationship with him. I saw the signs that he wanted more from me in terms of relationship, because he wrote a card that contained very, very sweet things. Oh, you are this, you are that, things that will make my head to swell. My head was swelling at the time, and although, but I told myself it's gonna be a no, and for me that was really eye-opening. I know he was heartbroken. I had to tell him, I could not be in a relationship with him, and he thought that we would somehow I would change my mind. He kept in touch with me for the next 1 year after. He kept in touch with me. He kept hoping that something's gonna happen, I'm gonna change my mind. But no, I didn't change my mind. Fortunately, I met my husband after some time. So, but why have I shared the story? Number one, I want you to know, as a lady, especially the ladies listening to me, the fact that you get a Valentine gift, okay, from your VAL, from a boyfriend, from, a secret crush, secret admirer, doesn't mean that this guy is the one, okay? It doesn't mean that he's the one. So don't get carried away just because of an expensive gift or whatever it is that you're going to get for Valentine. Don't get carried away. The other thing I want to share with you, number two, is that the fact that you even get proposed to on Valentine's Day does not mean that you should say yes or that he's the one. See, do not let anybody put you under pressure. Yes, don't let anybody put you under pressure. If you know that he is not the one that you are interested in for whatever reasons, for reasons best known to you, no, don't say. I know there may be lots of cameras, lights, people saying, say yes. Oh, he's done this, he's done that. Don't say yes and then now put your life in bondage. Go and get married to somebody who you cannot and who will make your life miserable. Some people have collected proposal rings that's now become like padlock on their finger, padlock of their life. They've gotten married to this person, and they're now miserable. Glamorous, fantastic, internet breaking proposals, but the marriage is like you're living in hell. No, so don't get carried away. Number three, I want you to know that you are not a commodity. Ladies, you are not a commodity. So don't do trade and barter because of Valentine with your life. No, don't do trade and barter with your body just because of Valentine. Someone bought you iPhone 14. So what? Your value of your life and your body is more than iPhone 14. Let him hold his iPhone 14. Don't sell your body. Do not sell your body. Don't feel that you are under pressure or you now have to do something back, to show that you appreciate the gift, the expensive gift that this VAL has given to you, and so you have to now go ahead and have sex with the person, and that will show that yes, you accept him, or that you are interested in having a relationship with him, or that you love him. No, don't fall for it. You are not a commodity. Do not do trade and barter with your life. And the fourth thing that I want you to know, okay, why have I also shared a story? I want to advise you, I want to encourage you to be wise and discerning. Yes, don't be too trusting. Don't get carried away. Don't let anybody carry you to where you don't know. Many people have gotten drugged, they've gotten their drinks drugged on Valentine's Day and gotten raped as a result. No, don't. I want you to shine your eyes and shine them very, very clearly. All right, I pray that God will lead you, God will direct you. You will not go into wrong friendships or wrong relationships. You will get into the right relationships that will be fruitful, relationships that would materialize and end up in the marriage of your dreams. That's my prayer for you. All right, and those of you who might be single, who might not have a VAL, let me tell you something. It's not the end of the world, though. I lived some of my years, without VAL. I know it was painful seeing my friends, get lots of gifts, and I will not get anything. And I feel you, sometimes you feel sad, you feel anxious, you feel somehow not good. You know, you wonder, oh, I've been waiting for so long. When will someone actually come into my life that would value me, that would love me, that would appreciate me, that would cherish me? I want you to know that your time will come. Okay, your time will come. And Valentine's Day is just one day out of 365 days. It's going to come and go. Rather than you sulk or feel bad or feel depressed because of Valentine's Day, like I wrote in my post recently on Facebook, do something different this year, okay? No, Val, it's not the end of the world. Take yourself out, dress up, make up, look good, right? Spread that perfume and smell nice. And now take yourself out on a date. Buy a delicious meal for yourself and enjoy each bite. Tell yourself how good you are to yourself. Tell yourself how special you are. Buy a card at a store and address it to yourself. Get a gift and address it to yourself. Yeah, because you're worth it. You deserve it. And guess what? Self-love is actually the best form of love. You can't find true love without actually loving yourself first of all. Self-love is very, very attractive. Yes, that's one of the keys to finding true love. So begin to love yourself, okay? Don't send yourself into depression because you don't have a VAL. It is not the end of the world, okay? And on this note, I want to wish every single one of you viewers a happy Valentine's Day, okay? It's a season of love. Remember that, you know, God loves you. God loves you. That's the ultimate kind of love, the unconditional kind of love, okay? Stop looking for love from anybody, okay? Don't look for love in the wrong places. Remember, your Creator loves you, and that's the kind of love that nobody else in this world can give you. Right, until I see you another time, my name is Blessing Ekundayo. It's been a pleasure talking to you today. If you haven't subscribed, please do subscribe, like, share, and leave me a comment. I'd like to hear from you. God bless you. Bye bye.